I wanted to discuss a very important topic today. It's called young man development. So from high school, let's just say youth league, from elementary to middle school to high school to college to trade to work and the professional environment. This age frame is typically from age 12 to 24, I would say. So about 12 years. Now then, this time frame is so important for a young man to develop into a productive man in his late 20s or mid 20s. That time frame when he's 12 years old, he is out of control. He's very energetic. He is trying to figure out gender roles. He's trying to figure out what he's into. He's trying to figure out a lot about himself, a lot about the people around him. He's getting into a lot of activities, good or bad, but he is hitting the world full head of steam. And he's also, at this time, he's looking at the 15 and 16-year-old kids, but for one reason. He's looking at those kids as examples to see who he should follow. So 15 years old, you've got these kids in middle school. You got these kids now in a little more grown, playing in youth activities. Okay, physically bigger, mentally a little smarter. And now we're starting to see competition. Okay, so these kids are starting to compete a lot harder. Things are getting a little more physical. Things are getting a little more competitive, and you start seeing kids butt heads for grounds. You see them competing for trophies, competing for this and that. Now, this part of a young kid's childhood is very important because they need to learn teamwork. They need to learn competition. They need to learn hard work. They need to learn how to lose. They need to learn how to win at this time, 15 years old. Because when you're 18 and you haven't learned that yet, you're going to have to pay for it. So 15-year-old, 16-year-old, 17-year-old young kids, learn how to work as a team. Learn how to communicate and socialize with your peer group. That means your other 15-year-old kids, other teenagers. Learn how to talk to them. Learn how to respect them. Learn how to lead them when they need to be led. Learn how to follow when they're leading. Learn how to share. Learn how to lose as a team. Learn how to lose by yourself. Learn how to communicate emotions. You need to learn all these things now, because this is where you can experiment and learn about yourself. Okay, so we've covered that. That's 15, 16, 17-year-olds. If you got anything else, leave it in the comment section. Now let's move on to 17, 18, and 19-year-old time frame. You're getting into high school, okay, and then you're also getting ready for college. For these young guys, this is when respect, the true meaning of respect, is learned. Why I say that is because you're gonna have a lot of peer pressure in high school, a lot. Okay, you young guys, and I was in the same boat. There's gonna be a lot of your friends that aren't gonna go on to do things that you thought they were gonna do, or you're gonna be left behind. If you choose a different path in life and you go and be successful, those guys might still be working at the bowling alley or something like that. All right, now listen to this. Respect. Learn to respect in high school your teachers, your principal, your janitor, everybody, your peers, your classmates, the guy walking through the hallways picking up trash, the guy outside cleaning up trash. In high school, when you're 18, 17 years old, respect is probably the number one thing you need to learn. And look, a lot of your friends are not going to respect the teachers. Most of your friends are not going to respect the principal. They're not going to respect this other guy that's working hard trying to get his grades right and won't go out all the time or get into trouble. They're not going to respect him. But you need to learn to respect right there. You need to respect yourself. Okay? You learn that, and on top of that, now if you learn to respect, okay, you learn to respect these the other people, you learn to respect the teachers when no one else is, that's going to say a lot about your character. And this is the time to learn that. Another thing is, you're going to need this for the future. Okay? Hard work is something you need to have. And that's from the beginning. That's what you should have learned when you were 15 years old, playing in teams or going out in parks and playing with your friends. Let's go on to college. So you figured out high school, you went through the peer pressure, you got your grades, you did it, you had fun. It's an experience, it's a good time. But you learn how to respect. So you graduated with good grades, now you're going on to college. Okay, now you're 18 years old, you're 19 years old. You started to learn accountability here. Okay? Responsibility, accountability, organization, and discipline. Those are the 4 key points you need to focus on in college as a young kid. Responsibility, accountability, organization, and discipline. Responsibility. Be responsible for your work. Be responsible for morality, for your character, for your traits. Be responsible for your friends when you have to go and pick them up from a party or something. Be responsible when you have to give somebody a ride. Be responsible by getting your stuff and your schedule and on time and being ready to go to school and being on time to class. Be responsible. You already got the respect down. Okay, accountability. If you get in trouble in college, you will be held responsible. You will be the one paying for it. And that's it. There's nothing more I can tell you. And be accountable for your mistakes. Organization, time management, organization of your papers, organization of your schoolwork, meeting deadlines, organization of your room, organization of your car, taking care of maintenance, organizing for your future, organization. Keep clean and stay clean, mentally, physically, in the outdoors and your indoors. Everything, clothing, hygiene, all that. Learn this. Okay, discipline, big time right here. This is the time to learn discipline. Your junior, senior year, you probably start earning it because freshman, sophomore year, you're going to be a little out of control. But this is when you need to be responsible. That's why I say responsible. Freshman, sophomore year, you got to be responsible. Okay, you got to have fun. You're going to work hard, but you're going to have fun. But you got to be responsible doing it. And now let's talk about discipline. Discipline's huge. Junior, senior year, right before you're about to go into the real world, you got to get some damn discipline. And that means you know how to act. Okay, time and place for everything. So when you learn how to be disciplined, you learn how to have patience, you learn how to control yourself, and you learn the wisdom, and you learn, okay, I've been through college, I've been through high school, I learned the respect, I learned teamwork, I learned how to work hard, I learned how to yes ma'am, no ma'am, or open doors, and do this, and respect women, and respect my elders, respect my peers, and everything else. Okay, that's how you be a proper human being in life. So discipline, your junior and senior year, you need to focus on molding that discipline for your first job. I promise you, there's a reason for that. Okay, so you graduated college, walking across the stage, you're about 19, 20, 21, 22, however old you're going to be. Some kids are crazy young these days. I was 22 when I graduated, so let's say 22, you know you're going to get a job, you got your first interview lined up, your senior year, whatever it is. Now let's put this together, young men developing right here. Look, listen, first interview from 12 years old. This is what you worked for. This is what you trained up for. This is what I was talking about. From 12 years old, you learned hard work. You came out into the world strong. You had an energy. You had the focus. You came running. You were ready to go. 12 years old, 15 years old. You learned teamwork. You learned how to fail. You learned how to win. You learned how to work with others. You learned how to socialize, communicate. And then bam, you're going into high school. You learn peer pressure isn't everything because those people are going to stay behind. So you learn how to respect everyone, respect yourself. Bam, you're learning, you're growing, respecting yourself and others. And then you're in college, responsibility, accountability, organization, and now you have discipline. Now you're sitting in your interview. This is what all of it comes together. It's the giant puzzle. You're putting it together. And you're sitting in your interview, and guess what? There's one word for this: confidence. All of those traits, everything you worked for, the development from 12 to 22, 24, whatever it is, the age you're at now, you left college and you're at your job interview, you're about to make money. You're about to start a career, a family, whatever it is. start your legacy. And now you have the discipline to sit and interview. And guess what? If I'm interviewing you, and I do interviews, if I'm sitting there and I want to hire somebody, I'm looking you in the face to see if you have some respect for yourself, respect for me, respect for the people walking around the office before you walked in. Are you shaking their hands? How are you greeting others? How are you communicating? What are your social skills like? Do you honor oneself? Do you honor the other people? Do you have discipline when I'm talking to you in the interview? Do you have the patience to listen to me? Do you have the communication skills to respond effectively? And when I ask you a question about how do you react in a workforce when the project is being given or something is going on, how do you react? Do you cry like a little baby? Do you respond when you're losing? Do you work as a team? How do you lead? How do you follow? Damn, it's all coming to life. Right there. That's it. That's all it takes. That's the master plan right there, guys. Young kids developing into men with those traits all the way from 12 years old. I'm not going to go back to my childhood. 12 years old is the key frame. It's 12 years almost. That's a lot of time. That's the most important 12 years of a young kid's life. 12 years it takes to just become a man, a young man, just to start the manhood at 22, 23, 24 years old. And of course, you're going to have other mistakes, you're going to have other experiences that are going to build you up later to become even a better man. Because at 22, you're just a young man, but you're there. And that's what's going to be your foundation. Energy, teamwork, hard work, discipline, respect, accountability, responsibility, and honor. Okay? 12 years. Most important 12 years of your life.